Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
The spirit of the Golden Empire. This is 17 News at Sunrise.
Please save lives.
A message from Bakersfield's mayor in the face of rising numbers of coronavirus cases in Kern, what she's asking people to do.
Plus, what we know so far about the COVID-19 cases here in Kern County and where they're popping up.
And it's a real solution. As the coronavirus spreads, President Trump postpones the deadline for people who still need to get their real ID. What this means if you still need to make a trip to the DMV. Today's Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. Good morning. Great to have you with us. It's 5 a.m. I'm Maddie Jansen, right here in studio with Alex Fisher, continuing to cover this crisis for you. Each morning we've been bringing in a local doctor. He's been answering a lot of great questions for us. So stay tuned. Coming up at 6:30 this morning, we're going to continue with that.
Again, these are unprecedented times, and we're trying to walk you through this because we all have questions. Because this virus has not only affected our health, but it's affected our daily lives, from everything from going to the grocery store to, of course, keeping out and looking out for your loved ones. So, like you said, Maddie, we're really trying to ask those questions to people who have the answers. So we'll have much more coming up. But first, we're taking a look at your forecast on this Tuesday, and it is going to be another beautiful day in the Golden Empire with a chance of rain later in the week. Right, Kev?
Yeah, as we head into tomorrow, that's when we're going to be looking at a chance of rain. Today, we are going to see some clouds around the area. Yesterday wasn't bad. We did see temperatures in the upper 60s. In fact, we hit 67 degrees on the high for Bakersfield alone. Normally, we should be right around 70, so we were pretty close to the normal for this time of year. The record, though, 86, and that was set back in 1926. So it was a really nice day yesterday. As we take a look at the satellite and radar right now, and we've got some clouds, but nothing on the radar. Currently, you can see pretty quiet out there. As we take a look at the temperature, 52 degrees right now for Bakersfield, a north-northwest wind at 9 miles per hour. Visibility is good, and as we take a look at the temperatures throughout the day, we will be rising into the lower 60s. So a little bit of a cool down for you today. And then for the mountains, we're holding at 41 degrees, visibility at 4 miles, a west-northwest wind at 9. And as we take a look at the temperatures throughout the day, we will be rising right near 50. We are still talking about the chance of rain heading into the area for tomorrow. I've got more details on that. We're also talking about some mountain snow as well. For now, we'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Kev, thanks so much. Let's get a check of your morning commute on this Tuesday. Take you outside for the first time. And here's a look at the 99 at Airport Drive. And as you can see, things are looking pretty clear on that side of town. Everything else around the county is looking great to start off your Tuesday morning. We will have another check of your commute coming up in about 15 minutes. A week ago today, we had our first case of COVID-19, and this morning we have more than a dozen, and health officials expect that number to rise. Overnight, we learned about a new case confirmed here in Kern County. That means we have 14 cases total. 13 of those are people who live here. When you include the New York woman who tested positive on St. Patrick's Day, that brings our total to 14. That is 7 more cases than Public Health was reporting over the weekend. Along with the confirmed cases, 185 tests have come back negative, but there are still nearly 300 tests pending. And health officials across California report more than 2,200 cases, along with 42 deaths as of this morning. And nationwide, more than 46,000 people have tested positive for COVID-19. 462 people have died.
And now to a message of hope from Bakersfield Mayor Karen Go, asking people to stay at home, thanking those who are saving lives.
We're being called upon to stay at home. That's not an easy order. It's hard. We've seen many wonderful examples of what it means to save lives by staying at home. Brave businesses that have temporarily closed their doors, neighbors and families that are learning how to check in with one another through technology, employees finding ways to work from home. Thank you to everyone who is following the guidelines.
Meantime, several clinics around Kern County are now testing for COVID-19. Accelerated Urgent Care on Coffee Road and Stockdale Highway is just one location. Priority Urgent Care says all of its buildings test for COVID-19. Dignity Health offers a free online checkup for people with milder symptoms. Omni Health also tests for coronavirus, and local hospitals are testing too. Reminder, you will only be tested if you're showing symptoms, so call your doctor first. And a reminder of what those symptoms are and how they compare with other ailments like the flu or allergies. Symptoms of coronavirus include fever, a dry cough, meaning there won't be mucus, fatigue, and shortness of breath. Less common symptoms include aches and pains, sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, and diarrhea. Flu symptoms are similar, but muscle and joint pain, a runny nose, and headache will be more common for the flu. And it is officially spring. We always see a lot of allergies around Kern County. Symptoms of allergies include sneezing, coughing, itchy eyes, and a runny or stuffy nose. Again, if you think you have symptoms of coronavirus, call your doctor if you have a primary doctor before going to one of the urgent care offices. All of the information that we've gathered so far you can find in one spot at kget.com. Just click on the coronavirus banner at the top of the page.
This morning, a man is dead and another is hospitalized after a shooting in southeast Bakersfield. Police say officers were called to the area of Cottonwood and East Pacheco Roads just after 8 o'clock last night. One man was pronounced dead at the scene, and police say another man was found in a car with severe wounds at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and East Brunage Lane. This investigation is ongoing. If you have any information, call police at 327-7111. And a man accused of assaulting a mother and son was shot and killed by sheriff's deputies in Mojave. KCSO says the deputies were called to a disturbance call involving a woman and her 50-year-old son yesterday afternoon. Deputies say the woman was assaulted. Deputies then arrived to the home with a search warrant and asked the 50-year-old man to surrender. KCSO says he didn't. Officials say the man then started shooting at deputies from inside the home. 3 deputies fired back, killing the man inside. Well, still to come, social distancing is needed even in big open spaces like parks and playgrounds. And 17's Taylor Schaub talked to people who are taking safety precautions as they went outside for some fresh air. Your time now is 5:16, and with much of Kern County stuck at home for the foreseeable future, many are finding the silver lining and enjoying the outdoors and some fresh air. 17's Taylor Schaub spoke with a few people around town and, of course, at a safe distance. That's important to know. He joins us now with more. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, Alex. That's right. I was at a safe distance when I talked to him. Of course, we're practicing social distancing, and that's why I'm at my home right now actually doing this live shot. But, I was pleasantly surprised. I went out to a few of the popular parks here in Kern County, and I wanted to see, are people using the proper social distancing techniques? And, they really were while they were getting their daily dose of exercise.
Talk about the ultimate form of social distancing.
Normally we do it with a group of guys. You get with a group of guys, you guys hang out together, you guys will socialize while you're playing Frisbee golf.
But for Melvin Lee, the discs are now his only companion.
Because of the social distancing and everything, I had to get out of the house and I wanted to get out and do something, so I decided to come out and throw some discs.
By yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
Then there was mom Denise Millette, who wanted to get her son Daniel out of the house before he went stir crazy.
We thought the park would be big enough that we could spread out and still be able to not feel so cooped up.
One of the places her son would normally hang out is the play structure. But today that wasn't an option.
I would be a little hesitant if I were a parent letting them touch the equipment, because my understanding is that the virus lingers on plastic for quite a while.
Lisa Plank with the North of the River Recreation and Park District agrees, saying these areas should be off limits for the time being.
Be smart and stay off the play structures for right now, but use the other areas of the park.
James Foster spent the whole day at Hart Park with his elderly mother, and he says the shift in mentality is definitely present among the patrons.
I've talked to a couple of people out here, and without saying anything, we just stay our distance apart, roughly 10 feet or so. And I think just as a community here in Bakersfield and Kern County, everybody's doing really good on just doing our little part.
And Alex, of course, there were people that weren't following that proper 6 distance guideline. And Plain told me that she just hopes that those folks, the next time they go out to the park, they think of the others. Because so many people are employing these new practices in their lives to keep themselves, their family, and the people around them safe. In Southwest Bakersfield, Taylor Schaub, 17 News.
Taylor, I know it's very difficult for us to kind of practice this new norm because it just seems so foreign to us and we're not used to it. So I think it's going to take some time, but I'm glad to see little by little people are starting to understand the importance of keeping that 6-foot distance between you and another person. All right, thanks so much, Taylor.
And now to a generous donation, all thanks to the Tohono Indian Tribe. The tribe chairman donated 1,400 N95 and NX95 masks from the Tohono Indian Tribe Health Services to Dignity Health, Mercy, and Memorial Hospitals. Our 17 News team got a look at how the tribe gave back to our hardworking local healthcare workers now at the front lines battling this pandemic.
Very humbling to be able to participate in this current pandemic in the way that we are, and if there's anything else that we can do and put together, we're gonna do it.
I can't even really begin to express the gratitude that we have. This will help protect our nurses and our physicians as they take care of infectious patients, especially during the COVID-19 times. Pretty stressful, so it means a lot for the Tohono tribe to donate something that's important to them in their business. Just shows you that collaboration and partnership with the community.
We had a discussion yesterday with our ladies from the Indian Health Services office who are currently working remotely that we did have a small surplus in masks. Some of them are expired, but under current direction, those are still being able to be used other than in procedures, so we knew that we could donate them to people that needed them.
The N95 are the highest protections. We'll be able to give the maximum protection to the staff. We're doing okay. We are checking that twice a day just to make sure our levels, so far so good. But we do know as we get more COVID patients that we're going to need more supplies, so we definitely want to make sure that we're ready for that.
So we're just another community member out here trying to do our part to help the county and the country through this current pandemic.
It's been inspiring just to see people just want to help in any way, and I can't even tell you what that means to us, and we hope that we give back to the community in taking care of patients safely.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Welcome back at 5:24 now. Following the governor's stay-at-home directive last week, many of you have reached out to us asking which businesses are considered essential. They want to know why some places are open and some are closed. 17th Aton Wallace looked into that and spoke with one business owner who says he's complying with the order, but it's costing him customers.
This is the Rancho Grande restaurant on Coffee Road. At 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, a time when the restaurant is usually bustling with diners, it was empty. The reason? Rancho Grande is doing takeout only, but as you can see from this sign, they're still taking curbside orders. Manager Daniel Avalos says the decision was made when the governor said all dine-in businesses are deemed non-essential, whereas takeout and delivery food businesses are essential. Avalos says making the transition to takeout only has been tough.
So obviously, the sales are not there. We're doing it for some of the employees that need a little bit of cash flow, and also for the community. We have a lot of regulars that come and do takeouts.
In addition to dine-in, the governor deemed these businesses non-essential as well. Bars and nightclubs, entertainment venues, gyms, public events, and convention centers. Many of these types of businesses in town have obeyed the order, including the 24th Street Cafe and the Boulevard. But there are businesses which are allowed to stay open. Under the governor's orders, they are deemed essential. Places like gas stations, pharmacies, grocery and convenience stores, food banks, takeout and delivery services, banks, and laundromats. As for whether the city plans to enforce who should and should not stay open, City Manager Christian Clegg last week gave this answer.
As noted in the governor's comments, this enforcement is largely by goodwill, voluntary, and social pressures. Our police will focus first on priority calls the same way that they have been. Our police have a critical public safety function in this community, and we're going to focus on that priority first.
Meantime, Avalos says his business will keep operating while following orders.
We're staying open for now, unless the state or the Kern County makes us close, and we'll follow the direction.
A direction leaving those in charge of this business and many others nervous about an uncertain future. In Northwest Bakersfield, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.
And just a reminder here, local restaurants are trying to stay open, and some are offering takeout, delivery, and curbside pickup. We've got a list we update around the clock for you. You can find it on our website, kget.com, and while you're there, we also have a list of grocery stores dedicating special early hours for seniors and people with disabilities. Kern Public Works is changing the services that are available during this pandemic. The Kern County Public Services building is closed to the public, but crews will still come out to collect your garbage and recycling. But some landfills have reduced hours. Sewer plants are operating as normal, and Kern Public Works is asking you to not flush anything except toilet paper and human waste into the toilet. Kern Regional Transit routes and services are still operating as normal, but you're asked to only use these services for accessing food, medicine, doctors, or other critical needs.
So important because people are buying all those flushable wipes now that toilet paper can't be found on the shelves, and it's causing more problems.
Yeah, they say it's overwhelming the systems.
Yeah, got to be careful about that. All right, it's 6:28. Still ahead in our next half hour on Sunrise, battling it out on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, the conflict Democrats and Republicans are having over an economic relief bill. We'll explain coming up.